Most of the times when you apply for a home loan, you need to get a bank valuation. And when you're refinancing, Nados, how often do you get a good bank valuation?
Pretty rare. It's like finding hen's teeth.
Yeah. So a lot of times we're actually seeing these days, people are looking at ways to challenge the bank valuation and basically to get an increase, because that bank valuation really determines how much equity is in your home. So today we're going to go through 3 tips on helping you successfully challenge a bank valuation. Nathan, tip number 1, research comparable sales. So talk us through that. What does that even mean, first of all?
So comparative sales are properties like yours selling in the area. Now, when a valuer looks at a property, comparatives are exactly what is they live and breathe off. Whatever properties that are selling, if you've got a 2-bed, 1-bathroom home.
So it's basically, in other words, it's other properties that are the same as yours, the same bedrooms, the same type of house in the same suburb, that they can compare to and say, yep, that one sold up the road for $300,000, therefore your house must be worth around $300,000. So what's an easy way of researching these comparative sales without having to pay for an RPI, a subscription or whatever else?
Yeah, a couple of ways you can jump off on programs like On the House or anywhere online that may show comparative sales in the area.
Let's go through the shortcut. How do we use real estate agents to help us with this?
Yeah, the best way is to get 3 real estate agents, get them to give you an appraisal and ask them to compare with other properties selling in the area. So don't get them to pluck a number out of thin air. Ask them to give you hard evidence on properties that are sold within the last 3 months that are similar to yours, and then you can use that when ordering a bank valuation to challenge it.
And the good thing is real estate agents always want to talk to you about your property price. They think they're going to get a sale, and potentially down the track they will if they help you out right. So that's where they'll be happy to do these reports. Won't cost you anything. They'll do it within a matter of minutes. They've got systems and processes that can do it super easy. So number 1 tip is research comparable sales. Number 2 is contest evaluation. So once you've got those comparable sales, you can go back to your bank or your broker, give them those sales and try and contest the valuation. Now, Nathan, how successful are people in doing this? I know this is a pretty tough way to go.
Yeah, it's extremely tough. And once you've got a bank valuation, the valuers is usually going to stick with what they've already done. So the comparatives will help, because in a valuation report, the valuer has to justify their value of your property based on what's selling in the area. So if you can find comparatives that are better than the ones that they've used, you should see an increase in the valuation.
Listen, realistically, we would see at most a 5% increase in valuations we've contested in the past. And this is just because the valuers have their own insurance providers they need to pay. They've got, Valex and other banks that they report to. And if they issue a valuation for $500,000, for example, then the next week they go, oh, actually, it's probably worth $800,000. That doesn't look really good. So contesting evaluation isn't really a successful path. But what is our third point, and let's get another bank valuation. Nathan, talk us through that.
Yeah, so this gives huge success. So we get 3 different banks out usually, 3 different valuers, and from that, naturally you're going to have varying difference in opinion on a property valuation. And we've had a recent case study that I think you wanted to go through.
We've got a scenario here. It's insane. So this was one that was done literally last month. And we got 3 different bank valuers out there for the same property in the same area, literally within a day of each other. And you can see the results on the screen. It's crazy. 2 of the valuers put it at $640,000, and 1 valuer put it at $770,000. So it's a $130,000 difference in the valuation just by getting another valuer out there. So it just goes to show with bank valuations, they're really done on a conservative basis. They're looking at the sales that have happened in the past, not what the market's doing in the future, and they're looking at what a worst case scenario is if they had to sell that property. But like we're showing here in the video, there's definitely options for you out there. So talk to your mortgage broker, see if they can arrange another valuation, or even talk to your real estate agent and see what's in the area. But that's it for today's video. What was your favorite tip? Are you going to go out there and get another valuation on your property? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear you. Otherwise, hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au.